Hey, I'm Peggy,
I'm Laura.
and we are
Urban
Urban Booze.
Booze.
No merch for me today.
Trying to wear mine. Got it all smoothed out.
There we go. All right, we all know it's October. It's beer. It's beer month, Octoberfest. This is Laura's thing. So, Laura, let's tell the folks what we're going to talk about.
Today we're talking about two distinct beers and the fact that Peggy doesn't like beer, so she's not going to drink any.
No,
But part of that is you have to buy a six-pack. And if she doesn't like it, why is she spending money on something that probably going to be a miss? And now what's she going to do with it? And yes, Peggy will cook with it, but how many six-packs are you going to cook with?
exactly. So what I did, I bought this.
Oh yes, that one.
Pack of this. This is as close as I'm gonna get to beer and honoring that. Honoring beer, and you beer drinkers out there, more power to you. It just hasn't gotten to me yet. And
that is a great mixer, that ginger.
Right. So with that, I'll just say my drink, and then Laura will go into what she's doing. I saw this really interesting recipe called the Dark and Stormy, which is perfect for this weather. And so Dark and Stormy is ginger beer plus dark rum. And I did, which the name got me, Kraken. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Right? Kraken spice rum. So it's a spice rum with the ginger beer. And
let me see that glass again, that little bottle again.
That's got cool, so I didn't have to make the huge investment in case I didn't like it.
Well, it's also a cute looking little bottle.
Exactly. So I did a Dark and Stormy with the Kraken, and then I did another one, which truly is not light, but you know what? This is all I was going to do. Captain Morgan. We all heard about Captain Morgan in college. They called it Captain Morg. So I am going to try these Dark and Stormies, which I have not tried yet, but that is the closest and the best way today that I was going to get to some beer.
Okay, well, I picked up the Harpoon Dragon Vice because I was having a moment, and it also, when I was at the supermarket, and it also says that it's slightly tropical, dragon fruit and hibiscus. Hibiscus, we all know, is what sorrel's made out of. It's the main ingredient in sorrel. So I thought, oh, that'll be interesting. I'm hoping it'll be as nice as our favorite Schopenhofer. That's about the one beer I introduced to Peggy that she actually likes.
I actually do like that. That's the grapefruit beer. So you beer purists would probably say that ain't really beer, but that's really kind of close to what I can get from buying something like that.
And we all know that every grapefruit beer, or every even fruit beer, they're not created equal. They're not the same.
Right.
I also got this one from Flying Dog called Raging Bitch. Because when I was at the store, I didn't want to. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm here in Brooklyn. Every time I come to your house, I always think all the parking is for me because there's so much parking, and there's never any parking in Brooklyn. And I didn't go to my spot, Wegmans. I went to the Gallifresh, but the Gallifresh has a good variety, and so I grabbed it.
Okay.
I'm drinking these two. This one I already had. I like it. It's fruitier. It's I don't want to say it's sweeter. It's not as bitter.
Yeah.
This one is seriously bitter. And I guess if you like bitter beers, yeah.
That's the problem. Now, what I was told is that Kraken, in this cute little bottle, besides having a really funky ass name, Kraken comes across a little sweeter and has a higher alcohol blood volume than Captain Morgan. Okay. The original recipe was for Gosling ginger beer and Gosling rum, which is from Bermuda. Couldn't find it, so guess what? We got to work with what's around you.
Here we are. And not feel bad about it either. Why should we feel bad? There's plenty to try, so let's try it all.
I'm gonna try this one with Kraken just because I just like the name.
Okay.
Release the Kraken. Okay, here we go.
That's kind of a Caribbean, Pirates of the Caribbean. They had the Kraken in there. It's like
I was thinking Liam Neeson. Wasn't it that a movie? It was a movie, Release the Kraken. Yeah. There was some kind of mythology that I wanted to see. Now I can't remember the movie. If y'all remember the movie, let me know.
I don't know. I know.
But the line was "Release the Kraken," and I probably did not see the movie fully, but I definitely remember that. I do like that. I like the spice, the clove, the cinnamon, and then the spice mixed in with the ginger. Really,
You taste the cloves?
I really taste the clove.
That is to me, that's such a Caribbean ingredient.
Well, let me see what Captain Morgan. Never had Captain Morgan. Never. No, because they call it Captain Morg because they said the next day you felt like you wanted to die or something.
Oh, yeah, that'll keep you awake. Plus, Bacardi was the thing.
It's okay, but I actually like the Kraken better. Because in the Kraken you can taste the molasses.
Oh,
yeah, it leads with the molasses where the molasses and the sugar obviously, and Captain Morgan leads more with, they say, with the spice and then the molasses, and it's pretty evident. This is the Kraken has a more rounded flavor, and it really enhances the clove and cinnamon that you taste in the Kraken. So I think
though that you were tasting the molasses. We know what molasses.
I was tasting the molasses from the Kraken because they both spice rum.
Right.
See him stir it.
I'm very happy with the color. The more bitter one, this is a really
interesting. Your palate is more in tune with the bitter. So I can't do it.
But look at the color on this. This is so pretty. This is
that's gorgeous. That's a beautiful amber color.
And this one is it's kind of pink.
Yeah, almost. I see reddish, orange. So what's in?
This is the dragon fruit, or the harpoon dragon.
Okay.
This one, well, I'll give it a minute because I didn't pour it proper, y'all. Y'all see, I shouldn't have had that much of a head. But this one has a more traditional bitter flavor. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give it a minute.
Well, yeah. I know. I mean, I actually would not mind this drink. If this is something that I can order, at a bar or a restaurant, I could drink the Dark and Stormy. Now, I don't know, is this truly a beer? Like, is this a beer in a beer sense?
No, that's just ginger beer. That's just a stronger, ginger beer is a stronger, you think of like ginger ale, right? There's ginger ale and then there's ginger beer. Ginger beer has more ginger flavor. It's much more intense.
Okay, well, definitely the ginger comes out. I mean, I think I like this drink either way, with either the Captain Morgan or the Kraken, but I think in terms of the smoothness,
that ginger beer.
I do. It's probably the ginger beer that I do like. So there we have it. This was my week's version of, paying homage to Octoberfest and beer with something that wasn't truly beer. Sorry.
This has actually got a I want to say it's got a citrus finish, if you will. I'm gonna have to, because I didn't bring any peanuts. That's what I should have had.
Yeah, I made sure I had dinner. And this is, to me, I don't know if I would eat anything. I don't know if I would eat anything with it. I'd have to think that, because the taste is so strong. It would kind of mess up. I would think it would mess up food. I don't know. Maybe a strong Caribbean food, a strong food that has enough depthness and flavor, that's full of flavor. It would probably work really well with it. I'm thinking rice and peas with some curry chicken. I'm thinking Spanish food, rice and peas with pollo asado.
It's just going to strip your palate so that when you take that next bite, it's fresh again, and that's what ginger does. It strips your palate.
It's still lingering. It's not even a palate stripper. It's just is there.
No, I don't mean the way, how white wines, they're so dry. I don't mean like that. Think about sushi, and they put the ginger, they serve it with ginger, and you eat a piece of ginger, and now you're back to your original, ready to taste that next piece of fish.
Well, I like this Dark and Stormy. This is going to be a mainstay for me. This Dark and Stormy is. I can work with that.
You get into the cocktails.
I always like a good cocktail. If I can find a good cocktail, but that is definitely going to be on my list. To definitely try again. And I would probably, and I should have in the liquor store I went to, which unfortunately has no social media whatsoever. They had a boxed version of this with a flask, and I was like, look, I haven't tasted this, so I am not gonna invest. Sorry.
Next time, maybe we'll try it next time.
Oh yeah, and then if I can't,
I feel like I would get a couple of those little.
Right, that's cute.
You're all crafty. And you make all your stuff. I'm looking at that bottle. I'm like, that's the kind of party favor.
That's true. That's true. And I didn't even use the whole thing. I did like an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
I might put some more in. Because I'm not a big soda drinker, but yeah, that's the bomb. So all right, so we've enjoyed this, and we're just gonna give you a thoughts on the biggest thing that's on TV right now, as far as I'm concerned, Lovecraft Country.
Ooh, that turned into my show.
Noah.
Peggy was all, you gotta watch it. I was like, yeah, I don't know, I need to catch up. I wanted to see it. I'd watched Perry Mason every week, and they would show, trailers for Lovecraft Country, and I didn't get to it. And then I guess maybe it was a week or two ago, you were like, you've got to watch, and I sat down and binged, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get no spoilers, but let me tell you, it puts you on the edge of your seat throughout the entire time. And when it's over, you're like, wait, it's over? It is science fiction mixed with, what would you say?
Horror.
Science fiction, horror, racism. Which is a whole different kind of, it had horror and then the racism and then a little bit of Black history.
Right, and it has history, but there's some horror aspects to that, I guess I wouldn't say we're comfortable with, but we're aware of.
Yeah. Well, it's always something but it's always been something that we've known about, but didn't really want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, it's not really a spoiler to say it covers, there is a portion of it that discusses the race riots in Tulsa. And
Absolutely.
Which is really interesting because I tried to get you to watch Watchmen. They cover that too. And
I binged it. Hey.
Okay, all right.
I have watched.
We've seen this, and we knew about it growing up, like we knew about a whole bunch of other things, but we never saw it portrayed like that.
Right.
And part of the thing that I enjoyed with last week's episode is when they went to the Black part of town, it looked beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like, where they living? Oh, they live over there. It's behind here, and they go through, and it's like, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. All the Black people were beautiful and well put together and neat. Even the crazy, raged out ones who were dealing with some stuff were neat and clean dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's just why when I had posted on Facebook, like I'm watching Lovecraft Country, woo child. That's my mood when I'm woo child, because what else is gonna happen? Well, I should have actually had a Dark and Stormy while looking at Lovecraft Country.
Next time I watch,
okay.
But I like to have a clear, because I always feel like I missed something. Like, wait, what? What's happening here? Who is that now?
Stuff happens so fast, even without having an accompanied drink. You're gonna miss something. But guess what? Somebody hit me up too, and I don't know why I didn't even think about it. There is a podcast that kind of fills you in on those pieces that you might have missed, and to make connections with things that might not have been apparent in the show. So I will be binging on those podcasts because they explain a little bit more about why they did what they did. I'm gathering it was based on a book that they got inspired from. Mm-hmm. Another take from what, HBO had years ago with True Blood, which was my favorite show. But they,
into that, yeah. And that's one of the things when people say, I've been seeing, people on Facebook, they're like, oh, they like HBO and they've watched everything on HBO, but when it came to Lovecraft Country, oh, it's too much, child, I can't watch it. Really? You watch The Wire, but you can't watch this? Really?
It's definitely seeing Black people in a different light, in a much desired light. It is well overdue.
Right.
Because, first of all, we know that we have a litany of Black science fiction writers. Mm-hmm. The mother Octavia Butler. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they could take Parable of the Sour, Kindred. They could do any of those and make an incredible movie. And then there's Brendan Massey. You know, there's, oh my gosh. And there's a woman, Leslie Esdale, who, you know, long departed, who wrote some amazing, amazing Black horror science fiction.
See, and I think what it is too is that what everybody is used to looking at horror as this gothic thing,
right.
But what I think, one of the reasons I generally don't like horror is I feel like the Black experience in America is kind of horror. You know, they're just panic moments. And you know when things can go bad. I mean, not last week, but the week before, when he goes to try to save Letty and he's running down the streets. I'm going to tell it. People have seen it. They've had time. And the police turn to him and they fire, and he puts his hands up and they shoot him. I mean, come on.
They shoot at him anyway.
I mean, we the black people have seen that before. We know.
But it's horror to the second degree because, as you said, there's already horror in racism. There's already horror in being Black living in America.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have the well-known acceptable horror in that realm, and then the racism. So it just ticks it up just a few more notches.
And it makes it shakes you, and it
does.
Really
it does.
She keeps running out, but she bought a home in a neighborhood where Black people can't buy a house in that neighborhood. What you doing over there?
Right. What you
so
doing?
It's kind of like you have to expect bad things to happen to you if you reach for something better. And how conceptually, that's horror.
Yeah, that is horror. Like I said, horror squared, cubed.
Horror cubed. Exactly. It's horror cubed.
Well, look, if you guys haven't seen it, we talked about it enough, we talked around it enough, go see it. I'm going to tell you, there was a couple of episodes that I got to go back to because I had to stop because the horror was too much for me. But now I'm good.
It was the gore that was
the gore, yeah, the
gore. It wasn't because I didn't even listen, y'all. I've had babies. The gore, I don't want to say I'm comfortable with the gore, but I've physically experienced what some of that looked like. So it's like, why are people upset with this? This is just like,
it's the unexpected because the way it's set up, just when you think you're comfortable with the predictability of it all, I know that, and then it doesn't, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
I feel like Amber said, what?
But it's also, I've seen Aliens too, and just that things split, jumping out from your insides. It's like,
but I think this is that we're in it. It's us. It's our history. There's a little piece of Emmett Till there.
Wanting to just live in a space where all I want to do is have a regular job, and I'll do anything to have a regular job. I will get more education to have a regular job, just so I could be regular and not have to worry about, like you said, one of the characters, we understand what she does because she's tired.
Yeah.
She's tired.
Right. And we're all tired,
She's tired. She just needs to sit down for a minute. She wants to sit down, take a bath, and lay down and go to sleep. That's what she wants.
Yeah. Right. But I tell you, Jordan Peele, you go, man. You go. Him and J.J. Abrams, what a partnership.
Misha Green, you go, woman.
Exactly. We hope to see more. Like I said, for years I've been reading various Black science fiction writers. I have reached out to purposefully find them. Sarisa Glass, there are many, many of them out there that have done some wonderful stories that we hope gets picked up.
Mosley, Devil in a Blue Dress. He's done a science.
Walter Mosley.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of science fiction anthologies. They are amazing.
Yeah, I just want them to cast a wider net because there are those who have been out there just as long as Walter Mosley or in that same realm that needs some kind of light shown on them. Tananarive Due, amazing writer. I can go on because I have all of their books. Like I said, Leslie Esdale, I think the first book was The Minion, and I think it was The Vampire Huntress Chronicles. That is a series that needs to happen. They need to call her estate because this woman's books were amazing.
Okay.
It's 12 books in this Vampire Huntress series that is just as mind-blowing. I swear, if we saw it on television, it would probably be just as amazing. So anyway, we've gone on, and and I'm on to my second glass.
Yeah, I'm about to finish.
Yeah, Captain Morgan. I see. Now I'm hoping, now that I have totally sucked down the one with the Kraken, the Dark and Stormy with the Kraken.
This one's smooth. It's very smooth, and it goes down easy. This one fires, I don't know, a little bit of thought as I sip it.
You know what I'm thinking now that I taste this? To your point about the ginger, the Captain Morgan allows the ginger to kind of come up. Whereas the Kraken went over the ginger and supported the ginger, but the ginger is if you like ginger beer, you wouldn't mind this mix. And I think it's kind of cool, Dark and Stormy. Kind of cool. Well, there you have it. This is our week's discussion on beer and stuff.
And we'll be back next week to talk about beer and the season finale of
Yes.
Country. Because I know it's going to be like, oh no, how am I going to make it till next year or whenever?
Well, if you guys got HBO Max, look at it, enjoy it, binge it. I don't think it's a disappointment. It wouldn't be. So until next time, this is Urban Booze.
We are
exploring what's good. Sip by sip.
Okay, here we go. Boom.